What Saints Basil and Gregory reveal about starting the new year right. What if I told you that most New Year resolutions fail because they start in the wrong place? Not because people are lazy, not because they don't care, but because they aim low. Every January, we chase surface change, better habits, more discipline, a cleaner calendar. But nearly 1,700 years ago, two saints looked at the new year and said, "That's not where real renewal begins." Today, Saint Basil the Great and Gregory Nazianzen quietly step into January and reveal something uncomfortable and powerful and deeply relevant. If you ever felt stuck starting over, this might be the reset you didn't know you needed. Let's talk about what they saw and why it still matters right now. Here's something strange. The world explodes into January with noise, goals, pressure, urgency. But the church slows down. Right at the beginning of the year, she points us not to productivity, but to saints who preached restraint. Saint Basil, Saint Gregory, men who lived in a world obsessed with power, status, and survival, and yet insisted, "You don't fix your life by moving faster. You fix it by seeing more clearly." That's the first revelation. A good beginning isn't rushed, it's rooted. Saint Basil had a habit that would drive modern people crazy. Before he changed anything, he stopped and asked one brutal question. Where is this path actually leading? Not, "Is this impressive?" Not, "Will this make me feel good?" But, "Will this shape the kind of person I am becoming?" Basil knew something we forget every January. You can improve your life and still ruin your soul. You can become more efficient and less human. So Basil's new year wasn't about adding more. It was about cutting away what distracted the heart. He believed the new year should begin with fewer excuses, fewer illusions, and a brutally honest look at what's draining your spirit. Not glamorous, but real. Here's the uncomfortable contrast. The world says, add more, prove yourself, reinvent everything. Saint Basil says, subtract, simplify, become truthful. That tension, that's not an accident. That's the point. Because the new year isn't just about starting afresh, it's about starting true. If Basil focused on direction, Gregory focused on identity. Saint Gregory believed the most dangerous question people don't ask is, "Who is this shaping me into?" Not, "Does this work?" but, "Is this forming my soul or fragmenting it?" He once warned that a life full of noise can slowly erase the inner voice. And honestly, that hit harder today. Notifications, deadlines, endless opinions. Gregory would look at our New Year plans and ask, "Where is your silence? Where is your prayer? Where is your inner stillness?" Because without those, you don't begin a new year. You just repeat the old one louder. Here's the bold truth Saint Basil and Gregory reveal. The new year doesn't begin on your calendar. It begins in your conscience. Real renewal starts when you stop lying to yourself. When you admit what's empty, what's distracting, what's slowly pulling you away from God. That's not discouraging. That's freedom. Because you can't heal what you refuse to name. I'll be real for a moment. There have been years I started strong, goals written, plans stacked, and by February, I was exhausted and frustrated. Not because I failed, but because I was chasing the wrong kind of better. Saint Basil and Gregory taught me this. If God isn't shaping your priorities will shape a God you can't sustain. That changed how I began the year. Less pressure, more prayer. Less noise, more truth. If Saint Basil and Gregory were sitting across from you right now, they wouldn't hand you a 30-day challenge. They'd ask you to do 3 quieter things. Examine your direction. Ask, where is my life actually heading? Protect silence. Even 10 minutes a day. No phone, no noise. Choose depth over display. One prayer, one virtue, one honest change. That's how a year is rightly begun. Not loudly, but faithfully. The world will keep shouting what the new year should look like. Saint Basil and Gregory whisper something better. They remind us, you don't need a new personality. You need a renewed heart. So maybe the question this year isn't, what do I want to achieve? But who do I want to become before God? If that question stirs something in you, then this year has already begun the right way. Happy New Year, and may it begin deeply. God bless you.